The famous Madison Square Garden moment. You and Kevin, I guess, have been negotiating down with WCW.
Right.
Y'all decided to migrate south. There's the big it's a cage match.
Yeah.
And I'd worked probably mid-card, match number 4 or 5. I was hanging around the curtain. All of a sudden, man, all you guys go in the ring. You got to cut the promo. You know, yo, Vince, you need to pay us or whatever.
I don't think anybody talked.
No.
No, nobody talked.
I thought you grabbed the horn.
No. I remember in my match with Hunter at the end, because now the people are going, you sold out.
Oh, yeah?
You sold out.
Garden.
And I remember pointing, Vince always stood right outside the curtain.
Yeah.
I rember I pantomimed. I looked at Vince and I said, I want you to tell him, give me the money,
Okay,
I'll
that's
stay
what- yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
And then later on, then they're, on the way to the ring, they're going, please don't go. Like about half the crowd. Then now they're all going, you sold out. So I grabbed the mic and I went, let me see if this works. And I went, say, and I went, goodbye. And everybody with me to the bad guy together.
Yeah.
And I just rolled out of there. Like it was sad for me. I didn't want to leave.
What was it feeling like when y'all went backstage?
I left there, and now Vince is finally wants to talk to me. Like I gave my notice 90 days in advance, as required. Meaning, not that I want to leave. I don't want my contract to roll over. It was a one-year deal that rolled over back then. You ended up $1,500 a year. It was 10 matches at $150.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, my pay was going good. Now I'd gone to Vince 6 months prior, saying, "Boss, can I talk to you?" Yeah, sure, bad guy. I said, "Is it my ring work that needs to improve? What do I need to work on? Help me be better." I'm happy with what you do in the ring. I said, "Is it my mic skills? What do I need to do?" And he's going, "No, you're one of the best talkers we got." I said, "I'm just curious because I feel like I'm becoming more of an asset to the company. I'm a babyface you can leave laying and they chant my name. You know, I'm that good. I'm Tito.
Right.
You know, I'm the upper middle baby. Good place to be." And I said, "I'm just wondering what I have to do to make that big money like the guys who preceded me." And that's when something went off in his mind. Like, oh. So then I got summoned to the Connecticut. But anyway, back to the Garden. I get summoned to Vince's office in the Garden. I come through, just done with the match, thanking Hunter and everything. I know it went good. And I walk in, he goes, "Damn it, you still work for me." He goes, "How much them sons of bitches offer you?" And I said, "Vince, I'm not asking you to match it." I said, "We're kind of past that point." I said, "I've told Eric Bischoff I'm coming down here to work for him tomorrow." And he went, "Damn it," you know. And he goes, "What'd they offer you?" So I told him. He went, "Ooh." He went, That's pretty good when business is good. And business wasn't that good.
Right.
Then. And he went, it was sold out that night, but, WCW was dead.
Right.
And I had no idea any of that stuff was going to work. I mean, I was so happy when Kev decided to come, but we had no idea that it was going to work. But I knew I was going to get paid at least. And I mean, I really felt like I had sold out. I felt horrible. I remember driving away that night thinking, man, what have I done? Like,
It was kind of your home at that point.
yeah, I mean, I was part of the team. I always considered myself a team guy. I never was a mark about having to have the big belt. I think I only had 2 title matches my whole career. I worked with Brett once, and I worked with Sting once.
Right.
Because a lot of times fans will hit me up going, "Man, did you ever ask for a title thing?" I'm thinking, no. I said, usually I was involved in some other match on the pay-per-view. I was either in a Continental match, U.S. title, tag team. I never had many opportunities.
Right.
When I look back.
But the Razor run was a hell of a run. And in my opinion, where do you hold it in your opinion?
Yeah, I thought it was great.
I thought you were a top guy.
I thought it was great. I know that, now when I look back at things, having been educated by Vince the way they do things, and like if you're part of a little campaign, you're one of the guys.
Right.
And so yeah, I felt like I was right where I wanted to be,
How was starting over when you went to WCW?
I remember Eric Bischoff picked me up at the airport and drove me to I think the first TV was Macon, Georgia. And I remember, and I don't know Eric, I've never talked to him at all. It was all handled by lawyers and agents and stuff, so now this is the first meeting. And I've just been in the Garden, sold out, where I'm bittersweet.
But when you were in AWA, he wasn't there then?
No.
Okay.
No, so I never crossed paths with Eric. Don't know anything about him. And I don't know really any of the guys here. And already Heats preceded me.
Right.
Heats preceded me. Like, oh, these guys are getting all the money. And I remember one time one of the Nasty Boys going, "Oh, now we have to work house shows because these guys are here." Like they were just doing TV barely.
Right.
Like it was dead. And I didn't know it was working. It was that TV that I gave Sting the Crow gimmick. And we were in Macon, and he was combing his hair, and he was growing it out because, you know, like dyeing it blonde was kind of
Right.
frying it. So he was growing it out brown. And I didn't know Sting. And I'm slicking my hair back, and he's putting his face paint on. I said, "You growing your hair out, huh?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, he's wearing the neon tights. I said, "You still going to wear like the happy guy tights?" He goes, "Yeah." And I just said
Happy
it.
guy tights.
Well, I mean, it's like
Yeah.
so neon-y. Like,
Yeah.
And I went like, "Did you ever see The Crow?" And he went, "No." And I said, "It's like this dude. He's kind of a dark character, like dark and white face with the dripping things
Yeah.
and a raincoat." And I said, "I ain't telling you rip off Taker, but rip off Taker." And so he went and researched it, whatever, and pitched it to Bischoff, and they went with it, you know.
Right.
So I mean, he publicly has talked about it. Now I feel comfortable talking about it. I never was going to say anything to anybody. To me, as long as he knows, that's all I need.
Yeah. So then when did Kevin come down and you guys?
Kev's contract was up like 10 days later or something.
So with what happened with you
And that's just the way it happened.
right, but was it already lined up that Kevin was going to come down?
Well, I remember I went to Kev and I had my deal, because I had that favored nation,
Right.
where, you know, what's a good thing.
Yeah,
to
you were
have.
smart about it.
Well, I went, "Hey, Kev," and he's going, "Well, I'm staying." I said, "Well, if you come,"
Right.
because I listed the top 10 guys I felt,
Right.
and I said, "You're one of them, so try to get more, because then I get more." And he was working with Brett in a cage match where Taker was going to come up through the bottom.
Yeah.
The finish was Diesel powerbomb the Hitman. And he's going to crawl out. He's going to be crawling out. Cue the dead man. Cool special effect thing, going to pull Diesel down.
Right.
And so he had beat Brett, but he didn't win the title.
Right.
Brett won't do it. Brett won't take the powerbomb. So now Kev comes back and goes, "Screw it, I'm out of here." Because he's thinking, wait a minute, this is the way what they're doing with me? Like when
Right.
it comes down to a decision, this guy boo-boo faces, and they don't do it?
Right.
So he goes, "I'm out of here." So now I'm thinking,
Simple as that.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, it's a major thing, but as simple as that.
Well, yeah, because
You see the lay of the land.
Well, you're thinking, okay, when it really comes down to it, the guy coming in with the jet
Yeah.
lag wins.
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those moments where you go, aha.
Right.
I guess I don't get it. I've never been a guy to bitch about a finish, so I don't know. But that's what happened. It worked out great for me because I knew at least I have one friend.
You're listening to another classic episode of The Steve Austin Show, only on Podcast One.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more. And Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's simple. Go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.